Hello, and welcome to the Scraggsman channel. Recently, I've been playing New Super Luigi U, and I've been reminded of how fun I'd found that game, and still do. It got me thinking if the previous New Super Mario Bros. Games were as fun as this one. Okay, so here we are, with New Super Mario Bros. Wii. It's a little different to what I remember. I remember there being more, well, you know, new. Oh, I found it. Now this.
New Super Mario Brothers.
It's certainly new.
Whee!
New Super Mario Bros. Wii is the follow-up title to the previous entry released in 2006 for the DS, New Super Mario Bros. It was released November 2009 in all territories except Japan, which received it a month later in December 2009. The creator of Mario, Shigeru Miyamoto, had wanted to develop a co-op Mario game for years, having failed before with Super Mario 64, where he had attempted to put in a co-op mode where you could play as both Mario and Luigi, but in the end, it wasn't implemented due to hardware limitations. This changed with the introduction of the Wii, which with its advanced hardware capabilities, compared to the N64, allowed Miyamoto to finally develop a co-op Super Mario game. He felt New Super Mario Bros. Wasn't as challenging as he hoped, so he designed New Super Mario Bros. Wii with the intention of making it accessible to players of all skill. This game is one of my favourite Wii games, and probably one of my favourite games in general. I have so many memories of this game and remember enjoying it a lot more than the DS entry. Speaking of DS entry, it's visually very similar, but more so just upgraded graphics, more HD. Though those mini games on DS1 were godlike, that Luigi one was one of my favourite ones and got me hooked on gambling at a young age. But none of that matters, as we will begin this Wii classic. Such a simple title screen. Really takes me back to my first time playing this when I didn't really know what I was doing. Down below are our four heroes of this game, Mario, Luigi and Two Toads. It's a strange choice with these final two, but it wouldn't feel the same without them, especially after all these years of playing this game. Now let's select file 1 and start this journey. Okay, Mario and friends at the Peach's castle. Nothing strange, except that cake with oddly coloured hair sticking out of it. And, yeah, it's Bowser Jr. stealing Peach once again. Mario chases after, and the journey through the 8 worlds and 19 bosses commences. Yes, I counted. Starting in the usual grassy plains world, as everyone in these games does. Here we are. This is New Super Mario Bros. Wii. The game plays your classic Mario, gets to the flagpole at the end of the level whilst avoiding all the enemies. It does a good job at this by presenting the most dangerous enemy of all, the Goomba. That could have got ugly. These first 4 levels all introduce different level themes and mechanics. For example, 1-1 is a simple level that shows you the basics of the platforming you will perform throughout this whole game. 1-2 is your classic underground level. And 1-3 brings back riding Yoshi from Super Mario World. And finally, 1 castle revives the bosses from Super Mario Bros. 3, the Koopalings. The Koopalings are well known nowadays for being in pretty much every new Super Mario Bros. Game, and Mario Kart 8, causing people to be annoyed at them for being in so many games. If Nintendo needed the boss, just chuck in a Koopaling. But in 2009, when New Super Mario Bros. Wii came out, this marks their return after going missing for 6 years, last appearing in Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga. It was cool seeing these guys return, even if I didn't know who they were the first time through. Each world is home to a Koopaling boss, which you must fight twice, once normal, and second with help from Kamek. World 1 is home to Larry, who is quite a simple fight both times, the second being where platforms move up and down while Larry keeps on jumping and shooting. However, I used to find this boss tough when I was younger, struggling for ages. World 1 was all I knew for a very long time, until I eventually beat it. This leads on to World 2, your typical desert world. Before we get into that though, I would like to mention the power-ups in this game. If you know anything about the series, then you know that each entry usually introduces a power-up along with the game. The DS one had the Mega Mushroom and the Blue Shell. The Wii U one had the Super Acorn. This one has 2 of my favourite power-ups in these games, the Propeller Suit and the ice flower. The propeller suit allows Mario to fly in the air when the remote is shaked, and then he hovers down. This suit can allow you to skip out large parts of levels, almost like a Tanuki tail in Super Mario Bros. 3. Then the ice flower is the opposite to the fire flower, allowing you to freeze enemies and throw them. You could say it debuted in 2007 in Super Mario Galaxy, but in that game it's functionally different, along with a timer. The only similarity being the appearance of the ice flower. I can't help but feel as if I'm missing something though. Oh yeah, that. The penguin suit, the power up that makes the ice flower redundant, due to also being able to freeze enemies, but can swim faster in water with bonus of sliding on your belly. Plus look at him, this is perfection. With these 3 newly added power ups are the mainstays of mushrooms, fire flowers, stars, and the mini mushroom from the previous game for some reason. Kind of useless power up as you die in one hit. The most interesting thing that happens with this power up was this death that I got in one of the castles. All around, these power ups are fun to use on your adventure to save Peach. You can collect these power ups in mushroom houses and earn them as a fun luck game of Snap. Only being that, if you match Bowser or Bowser Jr. spots, then the game ends, leaving you with what you collected. I tried for ages to record a round of getting them all, and a lot happened. I'm so glad I spent my time doing this. A much easier house on the other hand is the 1-up houses that allow you to collect as many 1-up balloons in one cannon shot. Though you might not need to grind 1-ups, as if you know what you're doing, you won't need 1-ups until the very end possibly. Then the star house gives you stars for free, even though the mushroom house has stars available in its Snap game. So they're basically as useless as equipping a star before a level, with the exception of knocking world map enemies. Oh yeah, you can equip these items before a level, but each level gives you a power up anyway, so it's more so if you want to wear a penguin suit in the desert world. More power to you. Speaking of the world map enemies, in each world there is a different enemy moving about in a similar fashion to Mario Bros 3, where you can fight them. Except in this game where you collect Toad balloons alongside the enemies to save Toad. It's a fine mini game, even though you only get 3 mushrooms for beating them every time. But the best part is the remixed Hammer Bro theme from Mario Bros 3. It's a very bouncy track and my favourite in the game. The music all around is decent, as well as following this bubbly tone of the series. Nothing stands out though. Getting back on track, World 2 is your usual desert world in this new series. It introduces enemies such as spikes and pokies, your usual desert foes, with different obstacles such as the wind in 2-4 pushing you, or the underground being dark in 2-3. The boss of this world is Roy, which was another one I used to struggle with, as in his fight, he can shake the player with his jumps, and I never knew you could just jump to avoid him. His second fight includes him jumping between ceiling pipes and jumping out to damage you, but it's quite a simple fight to beat him. Next up is the Snow World, World 3, which brings the Boo House levels from Super Mario World back, and it's the first place to obtain the penguin suit. The Boo Houses are the strangest levels, as they have conflicting paths, as well as secrets in the walls. Home to the Boos, and most known for their secret exits. I'll go into that later. The best enemies are in this world, and it's this cool looking penguin with some shades, looking very sharp. I looked it up and these are called Cooligans. Absolute genius name. Lemmy is the boss of this world, and is straightforward like the other Kooplins mentioned before. The strange thing with this world is that it's the only world map with only 2 sections. That would be weird enough on its own, but you also have a switch like in Super Mario World that must be used to gain access to the final castle. You have to play through 3-4 normally, which is a decently challenging level up to this point, but as soon as you hit the switch, 3-4 becomes easier with red platforms to guide you to the secret exit required to access Lemmy. That's probably the strangest mechanic in this game. So you know the drill from here. Kamek uses his magic and oh no, Lemmy's ball is bigger. And oh, he's already dead. Next world. By now you understand the game's layout. New world, new Kooplin, and secret exits. I guess it's time to explain them. Each world has at least one secret exit that allows you to skip levels or even whole worlds. For example, dotted across every world, but 7, there are cannons, just like the ones from the DS iteration. These allow you to skip worlds. World 1's cannon is found in level 1-3, where if you run above the ceiling, you're taken to the Black Castle on Red Flag, the sign of a secret exit. Take the cannon and you go straight to World 5. Half the game skips just like that. Some are hard to find than others, such as World 6s. They can be found in 6-5 where you must hit an invisible block, with no signs of it even being there. The cannon taking you to World 8. Or World 4s, where the first castle has a shortcut where you have to rush to the wall before being crushed. When replaying this, I completely forgot about that exit, and it was even there. I found it by complete accident. The cannon takes you to World 6, meaning you could actually beat the game in 13 levels if you take the World 1 and 5 cannons as well as the World 8 secret exit to the final boss in about 30 minutes. Wow. On the other hand, are normal exits that skip levels in a world, like World 2's 2-4, that allows you to go straight to Roy, or World 3's 3-5, that leads to a bonus 1-up house. The most pointless one I found though is World 7's 7 Ghost House, that skips one level. What is the point in that? It doesn't stop there though, as World 7 Castle allows you to go above to 7-6, that then allows you to skip the end of the final castle, or play it from the start. Once again, a very strange concept, only used once, but reused in Mario Bros. U's World 6. I'm only going to point out any noticeable moments or levels from here on out, from the remaining 5 worlds, so pay attention now. World 4 is home to Wendy, and her fight is alright, and the final fight is tedious, waiting for the water to drain. The levels in the World 4 are okay, but the best parts are using the penguin suit to slide across water like in 4-1. After that you go to World 5. Never mind, here's an airship level with an ending battle against Bowser Jr., who is the best fight in the game. That done, World 5, Jungle. The jungle world is fine, with a few good levels like 5-2 with the massive wigglers, or 5-5 which is in the sky. Iggy is the boss, and he is once again easy, even with that giant chain jump. World 6 time. World 6 is just sort of there. Nothing really interesting other than 6-2 with the bullet bills, and 6-4 with Yoshi. The worst level, and the second most out of place level in this game, is 6-6. It's just really boring auto-scroller with motion controls. Some platforms must be controlled by tilting, but it's annoying, as when you're focusing on tilting, it's difficult to also move and jump at the same time. And it's a water level, that makes no sense. The Koopling of this world is my favourite, being Morton. And he's here to party and oh, he's dead. Real shame. Once again, 2 worlds later, there is another airship level, and a fight against Bowser Jr. Still, the best boss in the game. Just to point out a small detail I like though, the airship level extends onto the clouds, on the world map hinting that the cloud world is next. I don't know, I just find it neat. Now World 7, and it's once again just here. It's basically the theme of World 1, a grassy plains, with a cloud background. I like 7-2 at least, with its air bubbles. Yeah, that's it. Ludwig is the boss for this world, and has the most interesting fight of the 7 Kooplings. Fight 1, he has a flutter jump just like Yoshi, and Fight 2, you clash on these 3 moving platforms while he flutters about. Still a simple fight, but the best of the bunch. A little mention here, but 7 Castle is just a cool level, with all the moving pillars and the challenge of it all throughout. Yeah, that's just what I wanted to say. Finally, World 8, your usual lava world, with a boss of Kamek? That's a nice change, as you could only fight him as a boss previously in Yoshi's Safari and Tetris Attack. Such competition for this boss fight. The actual fight against him is interesting, but still basic. The platforms keep moving as Kamek teleports across the room, turning platforms into enemies, but if you're quick enough, it's easy. The levels of World 8 are about what you expect, a lot of lava and difficult levels. Favourites of mine being 8-3 with its waves of lava, and my personal favourite level of the whole game, the secret level, 8-7, featuring this dry bones coaster. It's just a fast and fun level where you must avoid the lava and jump from one coaster to another. However, we have troublemakers in the names of 8-4 and 8-5. 8-4 being the first most out of place level in this game. The water level in a lava world. Are you serious? It's not even a good one. It's one of those that's pitch black apart from small glows of light. And 8-5 is another case with conflicting motion controls, where you tilt to move but multitask while avoiding bob-ombs and lava. A real pain if you ask me. With all out of the way, here's 8 Airship. Another casual airship level with a few tough sections. Oh, and another Bowser Jr. fight that is still very fun, where you must ground pound to send the bike bombs back up to him. Now that's done, we've completed the game and saved Peach and... should have expected that. Okay, now that just appeared. Well, time to fight Bowser. This level is surprisingly not that hard, and has a great section where you must jump from platform to platform until you reach the pipe at the bottom. We made it. The final restroom before the final boss. Okay, here we go. Dodge some fire, and there he is. I hope I can beat this without dying. Good job there.
Mario #1! Woohoo! Huh?
Nintendo was way ahead of its time. And he's back, bigger than ever. Music is pretty cool. From here, you just let Bowser break the wall and last to the end of the section with the switches and done. Bowser's dead, Mario's getting laid, and Luigi gets forgotten. The perfect end. No, you didn't tell me about that. Must not be important. The best credits music plays as I bully all the others, and Nintendo leaves the game on a dark note. Don't worry, they all got out of the way in time. I think. My fire was 1 star, and World 9. What's this? Oh, star coins. Let me mention that now. In each level there are 3 available star coins, sometimes hidden or in the open. The only thing you need them for before World 9 is Peach's Castle in World 1. We can trade them for hint videos, and even then, they're not really required. Turns out you need to get every coin in every world to play that world's World 9 level. Luckily I collected as many as I could on my first time round, only leaving a few left from each world, such as 1-4. When I tell you these are the hardest levels in the game, I mean it. I mean it as if you're collecting all 3 star coins whilst also beating the level. 9-1, 9-2 and 9-3 are fine. 9-4 has that final star coin that's annoying as you must reach the end with an ice flower to freeze the piranha plant to go into the pipe above, but must avoid the bob-bombs being shot onto the platform. If you fail, it's slow getting back as it's an auto-scroller. 9-5 and 9-6 are difficult, but manageable enough. But 9-7, oh.
Boy, you're in a heap of trouble.
This is my worst nightmare when collecting star coins. Normally it's hard. Going for star coins? Well, you better start digging your grave. Piranha plants shoot fire on the ice, revealing munchers that you can't stand on, or leave gaps you can fall and die. Coin 1? Fine. It's coin 2 and 3. Coin 2 is below, and you can't have the piranhas burn a gap as they take too long. As soon as you get it, the path head is already gone. You must shoot the fireball at just the right time, get the coin, quickly jump out, and hope there's enough ice blocks left. Keep in mind, you have ice physics the whole time. If you have no fire flower at this point, reset the level. Star coin 2 has you jumping after clearing the icy floor to get the coin and get back out. Though here are fire bros, burning the floor and damaging you as soon as you get the coin. You either die by fire, not enough ice left, or miraculously make it out and hit the flagpole. This level when going for star coins is like playing 3D World's Champions Road, but slightly less difficult. I didn't record myself the first time completing it, so I've gone back to do it a second time to demonstrate it. The things I do for you. Oh yeah, 9-8 is easy. And that's the game. And your reward is telling me something I already know. Here it is, my completed file with 5 shiny stars. What if I told you that's not it? As this game comes with 2 bonus modes that are basically the same thing, free for all and coin battle. Free for all lets you and 2 to 4 people replay levels. That's it. I guess I can talk about the multiplayer as well, as I managed to get one other person for this. You can play 4, but that's too chaotic. So I did 2. One thing I noticed is that you stop concentrating when playing co-op, as you're just messing around. It's definitely quite fun, and I advise you play the game this way, with a friend or a family member. Coin battle is the same thing as free for all, except there is 4 unique levels based on Mario Bros. Was 1-1, as if we didn't have enough recreations of it. The more coins you get, the better placement you get. But it doesn't really seem as competitive as the crown in 3D World, so it's an mode. And that's all that new Super Mario Bros. Wii has to offer. Still one of my favourite games after replaying it. Still a worthy follow-up to the DS game, and in my opinion, the best one of the series, along with Luigi U. This was good, but I crave something else new. That's good. They should really start naming everything now. Hello and thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like and subscribe. Sorry if I haven't been posting lately. I haven't really had that much time to be working on videos, but I'm glad I could get this one finished. I put a lot of time and effort into it and hope you enjoyed it. And stay tuned for the next one. Goodbye.